Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Festus. In today's video, I want us to talk about something that I've seen so many, mostly students who are coming for studies in Australia go through. And I've just been, watching and, meeting several students that have seen some of the frustrations that they go through. And so the purpose of this video was to address some of the things that I thought if you get to know before coming to Australia, you are going to increase your chances of getting job quicker than someone who is not prepared. And it's not only for students, even for people who are coming on skilled worker visa like independent, subclass 189. Normally, when you get subclass 189, which is a skilled visa, normally you are not granted any job by any employer. So when you come to Australia, you are expected that you get a job in the same field that you are assessed, unless you are coming to Australia on employer sponsored visa. That's the only time that you are guaranteed work, because you've already been nominated by a certain employer and you are coming straight to work. So if you are coming as a student or you are coming on a skilled worker visa and you've not been promised any job, then you need to listen to this video because it's going to help you when you land here in Australia. And what has been happening is most students, when they land here, there is that expectations that you're going to get job immediately. You're going to, get collecting money on the street, anywhere. I don't know, but maybe it's a notion that you also having. And I'm not discouraging you or I'm not scaring you out. I have to tell you the truth. It can be sometimes harder to get a job in Australia. Normally, what they say, to get your first job in Australia is the hardest. One, because you have got no network. There's no one who knows you. No one knows your work history. And Australia, in a way, is conservative in its education. Unless you have studied here, sometimes it's hard for you to be believed. But once you do a course here, then the doors open. And once you start getting work, then I'm telling you, you're gonna get work for sure. So before you come to Australia, I want you to prepare to come and do what we call a short course. A short course in Australia is what enables you to get work. And because, as I've told you, that unless you get some certification from Australia, it's hard for employers to trust you because they know you've not been trained, and there's a lot of work issues and rules and regulations. And so once you've been trained here, the employers know exactly, yes, you know what is expected of you. So before you land into Australia, or if you are planning to come to Australia for whatever, either studies or the what we call the skilled visa, please plan to do a short course immediately you land in Australia. In this way, when you come prepared to do the short course, you can get into the job market quickly and you can get a job quickly. There are a few things that you need to do before you plan on what short course to do. So quickly we'll go through those, steps, and hopefully this will be important to you. It will help you. And I'm telling you, if you follow this one, you're gonna shorten your time that you are going to spend before you get a job. So without wasting much time, let's get into the point number one. The point number one is research on the short course that you want to come and do. This can be either in your relevant job or in your desired job field, the one that you want to come and do, because there are so many jobs you can fit into. For example, we have disability work, we have work in aged care, we have work in hospitality, we have work in things like bartenders and in beauty. So do a research on which area you really want to come and do your short course. This could be either based on your previous work experience or your interest, but it doesn't really matter. But do research on what you want to come and do. And the one thing when you are looking for a short course, please focus on the practical skills and also in areas that are in demand in Australia. In that way, you're gonna be absorbed quickly in the job market. Point number 2 is estimate on the cost of your short course. This will help you to prepare and put money aside. What happens when most students land in Australia, or people maybe who are coming on skilled visa, and they come and realize they are supposed to do a short course before they get into or they penetrate into the job market, then it becomes a kind of a challenge because you are not prepared for that. And it's not small amount of money. For instance, if you are taking disability certificate 3 or in aged care, in most cases you need to pay around 1,300 to around 1,800 Australian dollars. If you convert that to, for instance, Kenyan shillings, that's around 40,000 to about 180,000. So you come here, you are new, you're a student, and you realize, oh, I'm supposed to, part with 180,000 Kenyan shillings, or around 1,400, 1,800. It's a lot of money without any other source of money. So you need to plan based on which short course you want to come and do. Plan to have some money to do that. It's very important. And don't say that you're gonna come here and hustle some, holy jobs to raise that money. It's harder than you think. Trust me, I've been here. So if you want to accelerate quickly, ensure you put that money aside. All right, let's go to the next point. So once you have estimated the cost, the next thing is do the budgeting. Budget. You need to include the other unforeseeable costs in related to your cost. So factor in things like the tuition fee, factor in things like materials if your course will require you to purchase extra materials, or if you'll be required to travel to the school. Some of the courses you can do them online, but after the end of COVID, in most cases, they will require most of the time to be present in campus. So factor in things like transport, and for courses like disability, you require to do to be certified with medication, administering medication. Also factor in that you need to have an extra money for that. That ranges about 125, somewhere there, 125 Australian dollars. So you need to save that money. That and any other, emergency, funds that you may need to have. So then after you budget, you need now to save seriously. If it means, doing, hard jobs in your home country to save that money, it will help a lot when you come here, and it will make you move quicker. So always have that in mind. Save as much as you can. Do not come here without saving, because it will cost you more, and you might end up wasting more time without getting your desired job. Once you've done that, our next point is to plan ahead. And so what I mean here is that you need to plan your timeline carefully to ensure you have enough time. In most cases, what I would recommend is plan ahead so that you are able to complete your short course before you start your main course of study. In this way, you would save a lot of time, because once you start your main course of study, there will be a lot of workload from your main course. There will be a lot of time clashing between your main course and the short course. Sometimes the short course will require you to go for internships or placements, and it might clash with mandatory classes with your main course. So if you can plan ahead, apply all your documents. If it is student visa, apply in good time so that you get in good time to enable you travel to Australia with good time remaining before you start your course. In that way, you can be able to enroll in this short course quickly. You finish. In most cases, if you don't finish together with the placement, at least you have finished the coursework, which is in most cases, I'm giving an example of disability. It will take you like 4 weeks, which you can be able to finish. But even if your main course of study starts before you finish, you can organize with the place where you are going for placement to, you can strike a balance. They always understand. You can always, explain yourself. They are not like, they can't listen. They can listen, and they understand you also having other, commitments in with your main course of study. So you can strike a balance, and you can be, having placement in certain days, and the other days you are in class. So plan so that you can be able either do a half of your short course before the start of your main course, or you finish. Once you finish, you'll be in a good position now to apply for jobs. One more thing, for you to get the job quickly, make sure you network. Serious networking. Talk to people who have been here for some time. They will connect you. In Australia, once you are, networking helps a lot. It really helps a lot. And sometimes you only need someone who knows you to recommend you somewhere, and that is it. You have the job. And that's all you need to know and you need to do. So please, 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 before you start any journey coming here, always have this one in mind. Prepare well, and the rest will be easy for you. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. I hope this one will push you quicker to maximize your job prospects in Australia. And maybe you are listening to this video and you have been here and you have gone through some of these challenges. Please, you can also leave a comment in the comment section. Let's know what what you went through. Let us know what was your experience, or do you have other better ways of, guys, to prepare to be able to get into the job market as soon as possible? I'll be able to, I'll be reading those comments, and I'll see, we're learning from one another. Maybe my experience was different from your experience. And, when you put in a comment section, you're also helping someone else who is, listening and reading these comments. Thank you so much, guys. If this is your first time, you have not subscribed, please, I encourage you to subscribe. Remember to share. Remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you again in my next video.